Welcome to Issues and Society podcasts. How have you been? Thank you for sticking with us on every episode we've released. Today we have an exclusive. We're bringing an exclusive your way, and we have no one other than the social media queen, the Kayamata queen, Hawa Saidu Mohammed, also known as Jaruma. Welcome, Jaruma. Thank you for gracing us with your presence on this interview.
Yeah.
So, how have you been? How's it been with you and
Yeah,
all of that?
I think I'm doing well. I've
Okay.
been taking a break for 3 years now, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm okay now.
Okay. So Nigerians have missed you on the social media space. You were a social media sensation for a very long time. I mean, everywhere you turn, so it's Jaruma, Kayan Mata, and all of that. So yes, you were a social media sweetheart. But all of a sudden, you went under the radar. You were MIA, and lots of speculations were going around of what and what not was the issue. So we want you to give Nigerians, let them hear from the horse's mouth what actually happened. But first off, let's start with a little about your background. What was growing up like for you and all of that? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. The first thing I would like to say is that I don't grant interviews. You know, it's very difficult to have access to Jaruma, whether on phone or in person. So I can only do this for you guys, 71 Media. So this is just for you.
Thank
I've
you.
never granted an interview from 2015 to 2024. It's like whatever you want to say or whatever you want to go with, just go along with it. So this is the first time I'm doing this, and I can only do this for you guys.
Thank you very
That's the
much.
first
We
thing I want to say.
appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay.
So childhood was okay. I can say I was born with a silver spoon.
Okay.
My father was the former director of personnel in CBN, and then after that, he now became Nigerian ambassador to Indonesia. So I
Okay.
started my secondary school in Indonesia before coming back to Abuja to finish in Turkish. But you know how life changes and stuff like that. So with my dad, coming of age and retiring, so there was like a period of a bit of hardship, and then you're growing now in life, so you
Yeah.
need to know that you need to leave your parents and start hustling for your own money. So I started like from scratch, like I'm a real yanya girl. I've always said this on my social media platforms. I'm a yanya girl. I come from yanya. I'm a real yanya yanya maraba 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 bega 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 bega. So everything came to me from scratch. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm,
Let's talk about your business.
mm,
The whole selling of aphrodisiacs, and it really went big.
yeah.
Everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to know what it was about. Even some people were saying that it was jazz
Mm.
and all of that. So, how did you come about selling aphrodisiacs? What's the story of Kayamata?
For those that don't know the meaning of jazz, she's trying to say is juju or is fetish or
Yes,
is
juju
magic.
fetish.
So tell you all the names so that you just know. Um, Actually, for me, like this popularity and the fame, it came to me accidentally. It's not something I planned. I just did an innocent video and I talked about the plants and its therapeutic advantages. And before you know it, like it went viral. So coming into the spotlight and fame and popularity was accidental for me, honestly. And then Kayamata has been a northern culture for thousands and thousands and billions of years. The only thing that made it different is that Jaruma came to talk about it on YouTube and on Instagram, on social media. That was why
Okay.
Jaruma's own was different. And then Jaruma's plant is like Jaruma's innovative creation. She wasn't copying what Northerners had been doing before. It was just
Okay.
a something brand new in the market that nobody had ever seen or experienced before. So I don't know if you guys call it like juju, because for example, the chicken for tightening the vagina, after you finish eating the chicken, you bury the bones. You don't chew the bones, and you don't
Throw it
throw
away.
it. Yeah, you bury it.
Okay.
So but that has been known in the north. But then it's like when you're cooking beans and you put a spoon inside,
Yeah.
you know we all know that it makes the beans or pomo cook fast, but someone else will say that's fetish, that's juju, that's magic, putting a spoon inside a pot for a miracle to happen. So that's just a typical example. It's also like with this finger, anything that comes from anything herbal, traditional, spiritual, be it Nigeria, be it India, be it Uzbekistan, you never use this finger to touch it. When you want to touch it, you use this finger. If you use this finger, you've destroyed what the Baba did for you, or what the Juju, or what the priest did for
Okay,
you.
so the
You've destroyed it.
chicken
So
you
I'm just
said
giving examples of how people can misunderstand
stand.
it and call it juju or
But
fetish.
is there a consequence for if you throw the chicken bones away or if you?
No, your vagina will not be tight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you don't follow the rules, right? It says bury the bones.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay, so you're a northern Muslim, yeah?
yeah.
Good. Now, when you started talking, when you gained the film earlier on about Kayan Mata and all of that, when the name Jaruma was becoming big, you were still single. How did the northern cabals, let's use the word, how did they handle it? How did you get backlash from them that why would a single girl be
Lots.
always talking about sex and you were raw? You will come and say, slime me, is this one? Is that one?"
Silky, slippery, slimy,
So what were the reactions?
luxurious.
What were the reactions from the northerners?
Yeah, like you guessed it. Of course, the heat was massive. There was so much attack, from the north. Me being a Muslim and a female and
Yeah.
not married, like why would you allow a girl that is not married to be teaching you what happens in the bedroom, and you're paying her 200,000, you're paying her 500,000. Why? Someone that is not married that doesn't have any experience about marriage. Yeah, so it wasn't easy. There was a lot of hits from the north. I got that. It wasn't easy at all.
How were you able to wriggle your way around it?
So the sex industry is a multi-billion dollar industry. The industry is never going to die,
Okay.
and I've made like 760 million in 3 years.
Sorry,
So
wait. Let's get that number again. let's get that number again. Seven hundred
yeah,
and
60
sixty
million
million
naira
naira
in
in
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Just from sex products, just from
Wow.
Aphrodite. Yeah. So I made 760 million naira. This is something you can check with GT Bank. Just go to GT Bank and ask for Jaruma's bank statement from 2018 to 2020. That's 3 years now.
Yeah.
18, 19, 20. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is something that anyone can look up. Just go to GT and ask for Jaruma's bank statement from 2018 to
20.
20, and you're gonna see that's exactly how I said it's 760. I made 760 million naira. So I just felt okay. The sex industry will never die. It's a booming business. I can't just leave it because of the hits I'm getting from the
People,
north. Yes, so
yeah.
I just said, is it marriage? Is that the problem? So let me just do it and just get that over with. Let me just pass that. What do you call it? When we get to the bridge, we cross it, right? So
Yeah.
let's just cross that bridge. So I just got married. I didn't really get married because of love, or I was into the man, or there was a long relationship or long courtship. No, I just did that just to get away from
So
the pressure from
is
the
this
north.
someone you had known before or you
No, no,
just
no, no. I just met him maybe like just a month. I've known him just a month, and then you saw our videos on social media about
so did
getting
you lay
married.
that was it a contract marriage? You told him that see, I'm trying to get away from the backlash of the north. So let's do this and all of that. Is that what the marriage really entailed?
Yes, I told him, I won't call it a contract, most
Okay.
especially for him, because I don't think he wanted to separate,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So yeah, when you have a woman that is hardworking and she's doing well, you don't just want to like be with her and leave her just like that. So I won't say a contract, but I told him, I said, okay, I'm facing pressure from the north, so I think the best thing is let me just get married and get it over with. So are you game?
Mm.
Are you in? Should we do this? He was cool with it. I was like, all right, cool, let's go. I'm doing well, so I'll try my best to see, how I can help you too, and you can come up.
Okay.
So that
No.
was
Wow.
that was it. Yeah. So he knew it wasn't love, or I wasn't like in love or crazy in love or something. No, he knew that it was just because of the pressure from the north. I just wanted to get over it and move on with my life and continue making my 760 million every 3 years.
Okay. So there were rumors, serious rumors about you being mentally unstable, being a drug addict, a junkie. It went on for a while. I mean, because you were not there to defend yourself. So these different stories were flying around. What is your drug story? Were you really into drugs? What happened? How did you get into it? Who there was even a rumor that the vice president introduced you to drugs. It was your sugar daddy and he introduced you to drugs. Please clear that for us.
This is very, very important. I'm going to say this loud and clear. The vice president has never, ever, like you need to zoom me like this, ever, ever. The vice president has never, ever initiated me into doing drugs. He had never given me drugs before. Never. He didn't teach me how to take drugs. He never gave me, never offered, nothing like that. Like, he was so disappointed and sad and heartbroken when he heard that I had gotten into drugs. You know, it's like, Omi, drugs. Yeah, yeah, me faru. Me faru. Yeah, yeah, aka, aka. Me faru. Nasinki, I've known you all my life. And I know you don't do this. What happened? What went wrong? So it wasn't him.
So who introduced you into drugs?
Okay. So I get nervous, when I talk about this.
It's fine.
And I
Yeah, just take your
it's very
time.
difficult talking about, like my own personal life, talking to
Yeah.
250 million Nigerians. Like, we don't know what you did last night, right? Like, but my own is like in everybody's face. So so when the popularity came, and it comes with mad money, and mad money comes with madness. New people in your life, new friends,
Okay.
acquaintances, you meet new people and stuff like that. So when the popularity came, the other celebrities, they had been celebrities before me, before Jaruma came out.
Okay.
So then, like, there was a billionaire's wife, and when we were like chilling together and stuff like that, I know that she takes loud. That's the drug that she takes, and so when she offers me, I'm like, no, I'm good, So there was one time we were together. I came over, and then I saw them all with like balloons, and I was wondering why are grown adults doing balloons? And she's like, yo, Queen J. I'm even going to give you a video. You're gonna see a video that we went out to go and eat dinner
Okay.
with the billionaire's wife, and she was holding alcohol, and she was like, "No, Kunje, you need to drink, you need to drink, you need to drink." So I'll give you the video so that you can also post it and attach it to this interview.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, "No, but I'm a Muslim, I can't drink, So we kept on pushing, like dragging back and forth, back and forth. I was able to wiggle my way out of the situation without drinking. So I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. So then when I saw the balloons, so she was like, Kunje, you need to try this new shit. You need to try this new shit. I said, what's this? And then she did the machine stuff, and then she blew up the balloon, and then she put it in my mouth, and she said I should just inhale. And I inhaled from my mouth, and then I just like felt like the
effect.
Yeah, like half of my brain died. I was standing up, and then I started, going down to my knees, and then I started drooling. That was
Almost immediately.
Yeah, immediately. I started drooling, and I went down to my knees. Like, I was on the floor for like 20 minutes.
Damn.
And she's like, yeah, that's the effect. That's the first time effect. That's it. But after you do it like 5-7 times, your body will get used to you. You're gonna become a professional like us. And I was so mad after I got myself back from the floor.
Yeah.
I was so mad. Like, babe, I don't do drugs. I don't do loud. I don't drink. I don't smoke. And you still had to find a way to give this to me when you know very well I'm not that. And they're like, we're all celebrities. We do this now because they call it steaming off. All celebrities need to steam off. So a way of, cooling down, reducing the pressure. And, so every celebrity has a way of cooling off, but you need to steam off now. How are you telling me with all this pressure on you? You're always in the news. People are always bullying you, talking about you. So how do you calm yourself down? If you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do drugs, there has to be a way. You need to find a way to steam off. So after I got myself together from the floor, I got up. I never spoke to her again. I was so mad. And I just felt like, you said alcohol, I said no. You said loud, I said no. You did this. I just felt like if I continue the friendship, I'm going to be like really, really like initiated into something. So, do you want to say something? Should I continue?
I want to say something.
All right.
There was a video where you mentioned that the late Dr. Anu was. Is it the same? Are we talking about? Is she this billionaire's wife?
No.
Oh,
She's
okay.
not this billionaire's
Okay,
wife.
go ahead. I just wanted to clear that.
So then a few months later, I don't know Dr. Anu. I've never met her. I've had plastic surgery. I did my boobs, I did my ass, but I did it in Istanbul, Turkey. I lived in Istanbul, Turkey for 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I schooled there. So
All right.
after school, I stayed there 2 more years, so making it 6 years. So I had never done plastic surgery with her. Never met her. I don't know how. She reached out to me on Instagram, and she did a BBL for someone, and the person died unfortunately. So there was so much, Nigeria and our trust. There was so much attacks. Oh, you're a quack. She's a quack. She killed someone. Justice. We're gonna do what? We're gonna bring her down. So she reached out to me and she was crying. Instagram DM, and she said, Jaruma, please, they're trying to like bring me down. What do I do? Um, I've seen you on social media 2015 to 2024. Have you been able to survive the bullying and attacks on you? She was asking how I was
Okay.
able to survive. And I was like, it's not easy, but you just have to be strong and have a thick skin. And I was in Dubai then, and then I was coming to Nigeria just a week after, and I came to Nigeria. She was the first person to come and visit me.
Okay.
And so we just talked about life in general. We talked about relationships. We talked about love. We talked about men. We talked about sex. We talked about kids, life, business, everything. So when she was leaving, she was like, babe, there's one injection that if I do the injection for you, you're going to sleep like you have never ever slept before. You will
Wow.
forget all your problems. I'm like, for real, you don't mean it? She said, yeah, 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 yeah. So I was sitting we were in Hilton, and in my room there's like sofas, and then there's the bed. So we're sitting on the sofa, we're talking, and she's like, come and sit in your bed. Come on, sit in your bed. Come from the sofa. So I came on the sofa, and she said, I bring you on. I gave her this hand. You can see the sky is still there.
Okay.
And for the record, we sued Dr. Anu on the 1st of May 2024, just a few months before her passing. So I'm also going to give you that so that you guys can see the dates and see that we took her to court and everything. And I also reported her to my father, Buba Marwa, that's the chairman of NDLA.
Okay.
And my other father, Mr. Femi, Baba Femi. So NDLA was like, they were just about to go and get her and like deal with her because of this issue, and then unfortunately she passed. So she knew we were coming for her. So it's not like we're granting this interview that she has passed and she didn't know that we're coming. No, she knew. We took her to court, so she already knew that she had a case on ground with us. So
Okay.
I'll give you that so that you can put it also and attach it to the video so that your fans and your followers can see, what happened. And so she now did the injection here. And immediately it touched me. Immediately she started pushing it, I just felt something from the back of my neck, like this, down to my
You didn't know what she was giving
shoulders.
you?
No,
Wow.
I didn't know. I just felt like like the body had felt something it had never ever felt before. And as she was doing it, I was going down, going down. That's why she said go to the bed. I was going down, and I was gone, knocked out.
Wow.
Knocked out. So I only had my nannies were with me, my workers were with me, few nannies, few workers and stuff like that. So I was completely knocked out. Like I can turn around, maybe sip Maltina or maybe bite bread. You're in the hotel, so you can always have room service, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I could not physically get up and sit down and get up from the bed. I was knocked out for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Just because of that one shot?
Yes.
Ah.
That's how strong it was.
So after that experience?
So after that, my hand was really swollen. And when I got myself back, I was like, okay, I've not been to Nigeria in 5 years.
Where did this happen? This happened in Nigeria?
Yeah, I told you now. Immediately I came from Dubai.
Okay.
So I've been in Istanbul 6 years, and
Okay.
then Dubai 5 years. This is the first time I'm stepping foot into Nigeria. So let me check the factory. Let me check, the office staff. Let's see,
what's going on with business.
So life continued. Then after 3 weeks, someone posted something on social media about me that I wasn't really ready to deal with. So I now called her. I said, babe, how far now? I said, that's sleeping injection. That's what she told me. She said it was a sleeping injection. She never said it was a drug.
Wow.
Yeah. So she said, I said, baby, that sleeping injection you gave me, please, can I have some more, And she said, yeah, sure. And I said, okay, I'm just going to pay for the bulk of what I need so that I don't need to be calling and yeah. it was
What?
that bad. It was, and you don't even know the worst parts about it. So I sent her, I think I sent her 720,000 naira or 820,000 naira. I'm going to give you that receipt too,
Okay.
the proof of payment, and you can attach it to your page. So I sent, and then she came and she did the injections for me. And so it's like a bottle. You know when you have a chloroquine now, when you have malaria, you know that bottle of chloroquine injection. So
Mm-hmm.
that's, yeah. So it's like a bottle, and then one stopped working for me. Remember
Okay.
the one that knocked me out for 2 weeks?
Okay.
So now that one doesn't work for me anymore. I started doing two. Two
Wow.
doesn't work. I started doing three. Three doesn't work. I started doing four. Four
At
didn't work.
once.
Yes, at once. The day I did five, I just started jacking like this.
Did you ever get to find out the name of the drug?
Eventually, eventually,
What's the name of the
I
drug?
found it's called.
Please, so that people can beware.
Let me, on the safer side, let me just say opioid.
It's
It's an
an
opioid,
opioid.
yes, because I don't want to say the name. You know, some
And people
people
will
might
start
want
looking
to.
for it. Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I'm an advocate for NDLA. Say no to drugs, yo. So,
Wow.
so yeah, I don't want to say the name so that it
So,
doesn't.
and that was how you got
That was it.
introduced.
So from the day she initiated me, it just took 3 months, and I was a full blown addict. Full blown addict. So the time that you guys were saying you've heard rumors that I've gone mad, I've gone mental, I was actually dead.
You were
I was dead.
dead, not
Yeah,
breathing.
dead.
How? What
They
happened?
found me.
You
So
overdosed?
so when you do the injection, you get the initial calming down,
Okay.
the sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you wake up, you feel like you feel depressed. You're not really happy. And this is one thing I need to tell, warn viewers about. Drugs, the sure result of drugs is depression. The surest. You always feel somehow when you don't do it. And when you try to stop, you start vomiting, you start purging, you start sweating, you just start,
Jerking,
yeah,
all
you
of
just
that.
be
The withdrawal
like,
symptoms
yeah,
set in.
those are the withdrawal symptoms. So I just got tired, and I just wanted to die. I just wanted to die. So I knew what five did to me. So I purposely did 10.
Whoa.
I purposely did 10. Yeah, I injected 10. And this vein is a very big vein. So
Yeah.
that's why when people want to unalive themselves, they go for this vein. So as I was injecting myself, and then I was going down, collapsing. So when the needle fell, so the blood from this big vein was gushing out.
Okay.
So when they found me, I was in a pool of my own blood, and I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't breathing and I wasn't moving. So I wasn't mad that they told you I've gone crazy, I'm mad. No, I was dead. So they rushed me to the hospital, and then I just opened my eyes and I saw all the big machines and all the doctors, everybody trying to bring me back to life. And you know what I said?
What?
Guess what I said?
I can't guess. I'm not coming. Not tempted suicide.
I said, I'm still not dead. Damn, motherfuckers. These motherfuckers brought me back to this hell. I wasn't happy that they brought me back.
You really wanted to end it
I
all.
wanted to. I was so tired.
Who
I'm
found
so
you?
tired. I'm still so
Who
tired.
found you?
My workers found me, the
Wow.
nannies, because the children have nannies and stuff like that. So they're
Okay.
nannies, workers. So they found me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, in all of this, your drug journey and all of that, where was your husband in all of this?
So like I said before, it wasn't a marriage for love
Love,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So I just got married just so that society can leave me alone,
But you
because
guys lived together.
just like for a little while, because it's more like what Vicky James is doing now, using her husband for content. You rent husband, you hire husband so that you be using him for content on social media. That's what Vicky James is doing now, and that's what Jaruma has been doing for you guys since 2015.
Oh, okay. You're saying
Giving
Vicky
you
James
content.
married her husband for content, and that's why she's
Oh, I didn't say she married him for content, but that's what it looks like, right? Because it looks like, because we all know that they call him Mr. Vicky James, so she's the husband, he's the wife. The same way they said about me too.
Okay.
My husband is the wife and I'm the husband.
Okay. So
he's
during
always
this period, he was not around.
he didn't even know that I was doing like this thing, like happened like recently, just like within the 3 years that you guys had not seen me. You know, so like a lot of people, like the vice president now, when they saw the news initially, everybody said it's not true because everybody knew I wasn't doing drugs.
Okay.
The vice president said I wasn't doing drugs. My ex said I wasn't doing it. People just thought it was just normal bloggers writing their normal lies about me and stuff like that.
That's why I was
So
asking if he lives with you in the same house or if,
no. We had long separated when this happened.
oh,
Long
okay.
gone. So it was just me. There
Okay.
wasn't like because you said where was your husband in all of this? It
Yes,
was just
okay.
me.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. It
Wow.
was just me.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
What led to the divorce?
I am answering you for the third time now because I told you that
You left.
the marriage
Was
wasn't
not
for love, yes. But then it's sweeter. So he created a fake page and he got a dead woman's pictures from the internet,
okay.
and then he posted on the page and then he messaged himself with two phones. Oh hi baby, you're the love of my life, da, 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 da. And then he now replied the message. Because the only way to make me come back to him is by using blogs, to pinch me. So like,
Yeah.
oh, where's your husband? Where's your husband? That way I'll quickly go back and be like, hey, rumor monger, see my husband, I'm here. But I stood my ground. I said, no, I'm done. So, and I posted it and I said that the woman is a dead woman's page. Since then, have you people seen the page again? The page is gone. The woman is gone. Since then, we've
Wow.
never set eyes. It's been 5 years now since that thing happened. We've never set eyes on
So
the
he
woman
did it because
live.
he was benefiting from you. The whole marriage arrangement was beneficial to him. You're spending money on him, right?
Yeah, true.
Oh, okay.
True, yeah.
Wow.
I was being the understanding wife, or when I say understanding girlfriend, let me grow with a young man so that we can go together, become successful together. As I didn't want to enter polygamy, I was trying to avoid polygamy by all means. But at the end of the day, marriage brings poverty.
Wow.
When you're a woman, yeah, marriage brings poverty. When you're a woman, you just become poor when you marry. So you don't have a choice.
Why? How?
You
Explain.
just need to leave your husband and go back to Zeus. You need to leave your husband and go back to your sugar daddy. You need to leave your husband and go back to the vice president. That's the only way you'll be seeing money.
Okay, so you had to leave your husband to go back to your sugar daddy.
I left him, yes. I left him because I wanted to go back to Zeus.
Oh.
Yeah, I left him to go
Who
back
is
to
Zeus?
Spirit husband.
At all. Well, I bet.
So when name you fit call.
He whose name should not be mentioned.
You go fit.
Okay. Okay. So tell us about your time in rehab. What was it like for you?
It was hell, really, because I cannot live, without my kids. So it was the most horrible experience. But one thing is that there's no family. Mention one family for me, and I'll tell you the members of that family that are there together with us in rehab.
Really?
So, yeah. So
prominent families.
Yes, prominent. Yeah. So the drug issue is a
Wow.
serious problem in the country. It's a serious problem in the country. Every family is dealing with it.
These family people, are they young people?
You can use your sense and grab this. There was a very someone died from a very influential family just 5 months ago. The person died. We were together in rehab. He just went home for weekend though. Just weekend.
Wow.
And he overdosed and died. We were together in rehab. So if you use your sense, who died 5 months ago? A son of a very influential Nigerian.
Wow.
5 months ago that died. It was drug overdose. So any prominent family you mention, I'll tell you so person and so person. So it's a serious problem.
Then I saw this someone posted something about how a nurse from the facility gave was saying that even while you were in rehab you were addicted to sex, you were always wanting sex. Shed more light on that.
Yeah, that's just to make the gist sweeter because Jaruma is a sex therapist. She's a kind matter seller. All she does is about sex. So to make the gossip more sweeter is Jaruma has gone mad and all she's doing is asking for sex. She has taken her products overdose for her body. That's all she's asking of is she's going around asking for sex. She has gone mental and she's walking on the streets barefooted. So
Wow.
it was just to make the gist sweeter because it's Jaruma, of course.
Yeah, but there was a time, okay, I don't know the time frame, but there was a time, a video, I saw an old video of where you were in like a walk-in closet and you were shouting, you were like, you were not acting. What happened? Was it the drug?
No, it was just a normal skit. So when the rumor broke, people will now take my videos, they'll take this video and join that video and join that video. That was just a skit.
Oh, so that was a skit. It was
Yeah,
now.
it wasn't really. Yeah. I was like, Papa,
Yeah, yeah, exactly what you were saying.
Papilo.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
Is your mom, are your parents still alive?
yes.
So, how did they come in during this period for you?
I left home when I was 15. I left my dad. I left home when I was 15. So I hadn't seen my dad in like 20 years or so. And so when he heard that I killed myself, he was like, no, we need to intervene. We need to do something. So, and yeah, it wasn't easy for my parents, being northerners and Muslims. When I started the whole YouTube and Instagram thing, it wasn't easy for my parents. They kept on saying, I need to delete Instagram, I need to delete YouTube, but I was strong-headed. I refused to stop, and I continued doing it.
But they stood by you all through this time and all of that.
Yeah, like during the time of my illness from
Yes.
the suicide, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, they tried.
Now,
Mm.
this is your major comeback after
Yes, and
3 years.
everybody wants to see my hands. So yeah, see my hand. No, they hang like this. So
Oui.
they hang like this. But something they here. That one I will tell you.
So
Only
what
for
happened?
71 media.
What happened to your hand? Yeah.
So actually, I saw a vein. So I was trying to inject the vein, and so when you try to inject, now when you're a drug addict, you just like want to get the drug inside you any which way. So like I injected, I missed the vein and I hit a nerve, so it killed the finger.
Wow.
So the other person you're gonna see, Dr. Anu, that her hand is hanging like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The same thing happened to her.
Yeah. So she was trying to get a vein. So when
Wow.
she missed the vein, she hit the nerve. So her hand is hanging like this. So even when she's doing big gash for you, she's doing the big gash like this.
Wow.
That's how she's doing the liposuction with the liposuction stick. Yeah. So the hand was hanging. Yeah. So when you miss a vein, because the drug is injection, so when you miss a vein and you hit a nerve, you damage the finger or you damage the hand or you damage the leg completely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, these revelations are something else. Okay, so what's your plan now? You're coming back to social media. Are you trying to revive your business? Many people accused you of scamming them. They said the blue eye was a scam, Kayamata was a scam, and all of that. What is your plan? Did you scam anybody? What did you promise them? Then they said you told them that if you use Kayamata, your husband will not leave you, your man will not leave you, and all of that. So, what is your plan? You're coming back now. This is a big comeback for you. What is Jaruma's plan? Do you want to revive your business? What do you have for people? People are going to be really excited to see their social media sweetheart, their queen. So what do you have for your people?
Yeah, okay, so I'm so happy to see Jaruma is back. I'm starting afresh, a new life, a new chapter. That's why I'm not even using the Jaruma Empire page that has 1.8 million followers. I'm starting a new page like Mistress of Zeus from scratch. I can't stop selling my products. I cannot stop selling my product because the sex industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The industry will not die. There are people that need my products. There are people that cannot do without my products. A woman that is always dry, she cannot do without my products. She needs her pussy to be wet. She needs her pussy to be silky, slippery, slimy,
Away.
luxurious. Yeah, so and for the people that said I scammed them, I'm really sorry you feel that way. Everything I told you about the blue eye is what has been there for 3 billion years ago. I learned it from India, I learned it from Greece, I learned it from Egypt, I learned it from Istanbul, Turkey. The only reason why Jaruma's own is different is because anything Jaruma touches goes viral. Anything Jaruma talks about goes viral. But this blue eye has always been there in these countries that I mentioned. So if you feel you got the blue eye and I didn't work for you, I'm really, really sorry. There are people that it worked for, and they're the ones that keep coming back to buy my products because they're happy with the results they saw. I didn't scam anyone. The only semi-scamming was the only semi-scamming was when I released the slimming tea. And when I released the slimming tea, people paid. And when they paid was when I killed myself.
Okay.
So I was not just available to make the product and send you, but we're working on that. I'm going to do a surprise package for you guys to make it up to you and also still send you the slimming product.
Wow. So you're back for good.
I'm
The queen of
back
social
like
media
I
is
never
back.
left. Yeah.
Okay. So what did you learn in this these 3 years of
Mhm.
you being your marriage saga, Dr. Anu issue, the drug rehab, and all of that? What have you learned so far? What's your take on drugs?
Of course, everybody knows how I feel about that. Like, I'm an advocate for NDLA now, So, like, we're going to, after you see this first video from 71 Media, I'm gonna do another exclusive for them to show them my scars. This is not just the only one that is here. You're gonna see like my scars and everything. So, 71 Media is going to show you what Jaruma was like before drugs. No scars, no injuries, nothing, and then just immediately when Jaruma started drugs, what she looked like, and what Jaruma looks like now after drugs. So there's a lot more, not on this session, but I have a lot more to show you, a
Okay.
lot more bruises and
Wow.
things for you to see. So to show you how I feel about drugs, you need to stay away. You need to stay away by all means. You need to stay away from drugs.
During this period, where was your son? Who was with your children?
I had nannies and workers. So even the day that Dr. Anu did the injection for me, I had two Filipino nannies, two Indonesian nannies, and one Kenyan.
Wow.
So yeah, I was with the nannies. The nannies and the workers were there.
So when you went to rehab, they were still the ones taking care of your children. How many children do you have?
I don't want to talk about that because Zeus doesn't want the world to know how many kids I have for him. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Did you have anyone with your arranged husband?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the pressure on the north was she wasn't married now. The pressure from the north, from northern Muslims was that she wasn't married. So I got
Okay.
married and I got pregnant for them to see
Okay.
visual and
That it
just
was
leave me
real.
alone. Yes, just leave me alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you are standing as an advocate for drugs. Please, drugs won't do you any good. Drugs won't do you any good. But do you have an idea why Dr. Anu went into drugs? Did she, in the midst, like, in your friendship, did she mention it?
I think it's so the pressure of the like the attack that someone died on her table, that pressure was there. But then another thing, love contributed. So there was a man in her life. She
Okay.
just had a baby now. She just had a baby. Baby is like 8 months or maybe maximum.
Before she died?
1 year, 1 year, 2 months. So there was a man in her life, and he was giving her a very difficult time. He was giving her a very difficult time in the relationship. So if he was there to give her that emotional support, I think she wouldn't have gone into drugs. So she went into drugs because she didn't want to deal with the media, she didn't want to deal with the police, she didn't want to deal with the courts. She was running away from her own problems.
Wow.
So yeah, I think that's a factor, a major factor why she got into drugs.
So, people, you've heard it all from the social media queen herself. This is a major comeback. She's back for all of you. So, as many of you that want to buy Kayan Mata and the rest, she's up and running, up and grateful to serve you. Please stay away from drugs. Drugs will do you no good. Do well to also follow her on IG at
Mistress of Zeus everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere is Mistress of Zeus.
Jaruma is back. See you same time next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.